Hi, this is Dave Weber, and in this episode we're going to talk about method number 5 for adapting lenses, Tamron Adaptall lenses. Tamron is a highly regarded third-party lens manufacturer located in Japan. In the early 1970s, Tamron developed a revolutionary lens design that involved interchangeable lens mounts. The way it worked was you took the Tamron Adaptall lens, found the little light green dot on it, and then you found the light green dot on your lens mount. You lined them up, you twisted the lens mount counterclockwise until it clicked. And then you would take your lens and lens mount and attach them to your camera, just like normal. That's the Tamron Adaptall lens. And the way you remove it is you take your Tamron lens, and there's a little silver button on it, silver lever, and you push that in, and you rotate the lens mount counterclockwise, and it comes right off. Now, Tamron Adaptall lenses, the ones you see here, and all of them for that matter, are made for full-frame cameras, and they're all manual focus lenses. And from my experience, the manual focus on these lenses is silky smooth. And I would say that these Tamron Adaptall lenses were ahead of their time. They had premium optics and they produced excellent image quality. I would say that the better Tamron Adaptall lenses compare very favorably to the better modern camera lenses that are available today. These Tamron Adaptall lenses aren't made anymore. They started making them in about 1973, and they ended in the mid-1990s. Now, the newer Tamron Adaptall lenses, they're called Adaptall II, Adaptall Roman numeral number 2. There were a designation for the Tamron Adaptall II lenses that is called Super Performance, or SP. And on your SP lenses, your Super Performance Tamron Adaptall lenses, you'll actually see an SP right on the lens itself. Those are your very best Tamron Adaptall lenses, the SP, Super Performance ones. And Tamron made 11 prime SP lenses, and they made 11 zoom SP lenses. So 22 of the 44 Tamron lenses that were made, Tamron Adaptall lenses that were made, were the SP, Super Performance ones. Now, if you go to the resources section at the end of this episode, you'll find a link called Tamron Adaptall Database. When you're through watching this video, I'd like you to click on that link, and it'll take you to a Tamron Adaptall page. It'll talk more about the history of Tamron Adaptall lenses, and it will describe in detail all 44 of the lenses, and they even have a page where the Super Performance SP lenses, these 22 best of the best Tamron Adaptall lenses, are listed and described. This morning I went on eBay and I did a search, and I found over 500 used Tamron Adaptall lenses that are currently for sale on eBay in the United States of America. Now, before you buy a Tamron Adaptall lens, you're going to want to go to the resource, the second resource that I've listed at the end of this episode, and it's called Tamron Adaptall Lens Ratings and Reviews. This particular website offers hundreds of free ratings and reviews of each one of the different types of Tamron lenses. Now, what I have in front of me is the 3 highest rated Tamron Adaptall lenses in this particular database, the Tamron Lens Rating and Review link that I provided. Now, these 3 lenses that I have, the first one is the Tamron Macro 90mm f2.8. I actually own 3 of them. And these you can buy on eBay used for between $50 and $125. That's US dollars. The second lens that's so highly rated is the Tamron 105mm f2.8 lens, and I happen to own 2 of these. And you can buy these on eBay used for about $150 US dollars. Now, the third lens I have here on the table is the most highly rated lens of all of the Tamron Adaptall lenses in this lens rating and review database. It's the very rare Tamron 35th anniversary 180mm f2.5 lens. This lens is known for its sharpness, for its bokeh, and it's got somewhat of a cult following. Here's a couple of pictures that I took with this lens. You can see how sharp it is and how terrific the bokeh is with this particular lens when it's shot wide open. There are 3 ways to mount Tamron Adaptall lenses on your camera. The first way is with an authentic Tamron mount, a Tamron Adaptall mount. And currently they are only available in Nikon mount and Pentax mount. But if you have a Nikon or a Pentax K-mount camera, the authentic Tamron mount is the way to go. Option number 1. Option number 2 is with third-party adapters. For example, this one is a photodiox adapter that's Tamron to Fuji X. Tamron to Fuji X. This one is a Photocy adapter, and it's Tamron to Micro Four Thirds. So these third-party adapters offer you many more options, many more mounts that the authentic Tamron mounts are not currently available in. And the third way to mount a Tamron Adaptall lens on your camera is to add a second adapter. A second adapter. Let me show you what I mean. Here I've got a Tamron Adaptall zoom lens. It's a 80 to 210 millimeter f3.8 to f4. And the way it works is you take the little green dot on the back of your lens, and this first mount I'm going to put on is a Tamron to Pentax mount, and I line up the 2 little green dots, and then I twist clockwise until there's a click. Then I have a second adapter here. This one is from K&F Concept, and it's a Pentax to Fuji X mount. So I take the bayonet of this first adapter, and I attach it to this particular second adapter. Now I've got 2 adapters on my Tamron zoom lens, a Tamron to Pentax adapter, and a Pentax to Fuji X adapter, and now it's all ready to get mounted on my Fuji X camera, which happens to be an XE2. And as you can see, it fits very nicely. And I'm going to take off the second adapter, the Fuji adapter, and I'm going to put another adapter on it. It's a Pentax to MA, or Pentax to Sony Alpha. And I put that on here, and now I've got 2 adapters on this Tamron Adaptall lens, and it's all ready to be adapted on my Sony Alpha 350 or Sony Alpha 300 lens. So I feel that Tamron Adaptall lenses are hidden gems. They are extremely well made. They have terrific optics in them. They make incredible image quality. And I guess if I was to advise you, I'd say of the 44 different Tamron lenses, the 22 that are SP super performance lenses, which are 11 primes and 11 zooms to pick from, they're the very best. I'd probably go with those. And they're probably the best value, the best bang for your buck out there in adapted lenses. They're some of my favorites, as you can tell. I've got a quick homework assignment for you. Number 1, I'd like you to go to that link in the resources section called Tamron Adaptall Lens Ratings and Reviews. And I'd like you to go through there and select one lens that you think you might like to try. Then I'd like you to go to ebay.com or keh.com, and see if you can find that lens for sale. The second part of your homework assignment is to find a way to adapt that particular lens to your camera. I want you to go and find an adapter using method number 1, 2, or 3 that we talked about earlier, and then go out and pretend you're going to buy that adapter, and go find that adapter on either ebay.com, amazon.com, or wherever you would buy your adapters in the location where you live. Well, that's about it for our discussions today on Tamron Adaptall lenses. I hope you found it interesting, and I look forward to seeing you in our next episode.